From Bad Monkey Studios in beautiful Amish country, heard throughout these fabulous United States and around the globe on the World Wide Web, this is The B Team with Cory and Jim. And I don't mean boy toy like Anna Nicole Smith boy toy. I'm talking about the stuff you're into, man. Because you're a gun dude, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So what's the big thing right now in guns? What's the hot?
There's
What's the thing to have?
Dude, there's a lot of stuff going on, but the thing to have now is those small, like, the M&P shields and the Glocks,
Yeah.
42 and the 43s, little single stack. Those are hot.
Because
There's the concealable,
the concealed carry,
yeah,
right?
And everybody's wanting it now because all the terrorist stuff going on. You have France. All the hype about the refugees coming in and everything. It's getting real out there, man. People are they're a little freaked out.
Well, I got my license to kill, but I used to only carry like on the holidays. Like it was usually like right around now.
Yeah.
Until like after the 1st of January or so. Always packing. Always had a weapon on me somewhere.
For good reason.
Now, I mean, it's every day.
Oh, yeah.
I got a pajama pocket.
I'm strolling out to get the mail. And I've got a shotgun and all kinds of stuff. You don't know. Yeah. ISIS could be looking for me.
After the drone goes over, after I have my drone check out the yard real good.
Get you a little 360 visual scan.
Then I go check that mail.
You just pieing corners. Yeah.
I know you're going to yell at me for saying it, but I have to tell everyone we are the B team.
Yeah, the intro.
Even though they heard it at the beginning with your beautiful
But I think
voice.
You just like it. You like that.
I do.
You like there's something to be said about redundancy.
Yeah.
The more you hammer your point home, people just start to. It's like those commercials, the pain that you rub on stuff, the little ointment head on or whatever. You remember those commercials? Holy smokes, dude! Those commercials were stupid annoying, man. But you get stuck in your head like those jingles, man, like Menards or whatever.
No, wait, are you talking about like Crazy Glue, where the guy had the hard hat? Have you seen that one where the guy has the hard hat on, and then he puts like one drop of Crazy Glue on, sticks himself to a big I-beam.
I have seen that. Yeah,
they lift it up like he's 2,000 feet in the air or something.
There's no way.
There's no way.
Not a chance.
There's no way. He wasn't 6 inches off the ground,
Well,
if at all.
Not like that, but what they didn't show you was that they cemented that thing to the I-beam, and then that jump cut there that you see. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the one.
That ain't Crazy Glue. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen there. That dude's gonna snap an ankle because when he falls off that thing or it drops from that I-beam, he's gonna snap some shit up.
Commercials, man, they're such liars. It's like the toys. I try to explain to my kids, but they don't want to hear it. Mm-hmm. They see the commercials, especially this time of year. Mm-hmm. They see these little toys. They see them moving. They see them, like a gun or a Jeep or something that has guns coming out of it and it's shooting or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
They think that really happens, because they're just little guys. So you're trying to tell them, no, guys, that it doesn't do that. It's going to be broken in 7 minutes after you open it, and it's just junk.
That's right. Because they stopped taking those high quality components out of that stuff. Lead, your lead-based product, super durable, lasts forever. Now,
steel toys, you can't even find a steel Tonka anymore.
Everything's plastic. Come on. I mean, if the paint's not going to chip off of it, what's the point? What's the point of even making it?
Yeah. Or it's made of composites and you can't afford it, like John Deere stuff.
Is there stuff expensive?
I got one kid really into John Deere stuff, and it's really expensive. Yeah.
Okay, ballpark. I don't know the prices on it, so I'm just curious. Now you've piqued my interest. Let me give you sizes. All right.
Okay.
First one, like a Matchbox car size tractor thing.
Okay.
How much would that be?
$6,000.
I'm gonna kill somebody.
No.
John, I'm coming.
I'm
Mr. Deere, I'm coming.
I mean, no, the little stuff. It's still, that's
appropriately
that's
priced.
Like $11 though.
Well, okay, that's too expensive.
It's like $8 to $11.
That's too expensive.
But I'm talking about like the big tractors, like he wants
like you
to play in the sandbox with and actually move stuff with it. You can buy a lawnmower for that. You could go to
serious?
You could go to
couple
one of
hundred
the big box stores. Some of them, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, you could get into.
Does it have electronics on it that work?
No, man.
Are you
but
serious?
But it is. I mean, it's tough. He could pass it down to his kid.
Well, sure.
It's because it's really quality stuff.
So maybe that's why they're pricing it so high. They're like, well, if you buy one, it'll last 30 years. So where's our? You're not gonna buy any more. No. So we gotta make up our. We gotta hit those profit margins.
That's where the accessories come in.
Yeah.
Because he wants the farm, the fencing, the and then all the implements that go on the back of the tractor.
Okay.
The hay baler and stuff and all the
So you could do if you wanted to get this involved in it. I'm sure there are people out there that do.
Yeah. Miles. My kid.
But I'm talking about grown adults. I'm talking about 40-year-old males that set up trains in their basement. Yeah. Similar thing, right? You could do something like that. Set up like a farm in your basement.
Well, since kiddie porn has become more prevalent on the internet, they don't have to do that.
The market's taking a little hit, so that hence the price is going up. I got you. Okay, it all correlates. Okay,
it does.
I didn't know that the pedophiles were that into trains.
I don't know.
And/or tractors.
Okay, are you begging for emails now? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. Oh my, absolutely. Yeah. Come on. No, yeah. That means somebody's listening. It doesn't matter if it's only 2 people.
And they're pedophiles.
Come on, let's get a little banner going. Let's dive into this situation. Let's find a cure. I'm sure there's one out there.
Oh my goodness! But we're talking about big boy toys. Then we went into little boy toys. But you know what? Did I tell you about a fella I met who collects marbles?
All right.
Yeah.
I've got a. It's like when you read a story and you're reading about the character.
Yep.
I've got a picture in my mind of this gentleman right here.
Yep, that's him.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna say, give me an age range. The wardrobe, I know I've got it. I've got it locked and loaded.
Between 55 and 60.
It's right where I was thinking. Mm-hmm. He usually wears a bathrobe for most of the day. Okay. Now, I'm sure it's tan in color, trimmed with a burgundy, like a striped thing at the bottom edge. He doesn't wear it closed. He lets it open. No shirt on underneath. Whitey tighties, tube socks, and flippies. I've about nailed it.
You've described him to a T, sir.
There's no doubt. If you collect marbles, you're the closest thing to being a serial murderer without actually killing people.
Well, would it help you if I said he looks exactly like Chris Christopherson? And all that other stuff you said is true?
Excuse me.
Every bit of that is true. And then put Chris Christopherson in that, and that's him. But here's the thing. I mean, he has these marbles all over his house. And I was beginning to think, wow, this is out there. And he showed me one small section. It didn't look like there were 10 to 15 marbles. He said, just this right here is worth like $15,000.
There's no way. There's not a chance on earth. I believe that.
He had one marble that he sold to someone for $25,000. One marble.
Was it handmade by Jesus?
I don't.
Because that's the only way on earth it should ever be justifiable to pay that much money for a fucking rock.
That tells you. And we can't even get Pepsi Max to send us a little check. Can't even get a 20 ounce.
Not even send me a 12-ounce can per year. Won't even do that.
Nope.
But this motherfucker's selling marbles.
Yeah.
For $25,000.
Yep.
Oh my God.
One marble.
I got in the wrong business.
Yep.
That's ridiculous. What was it? Describe the marble. What was it? Was it something cool?
No, I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Did he tell you though?
No, he didn't describe it to me.
I
just asked him.
He's secretive. He's like a hermit.
He is a lineman for the county. Did
sure.
he sing that song?
No.
Oh.
I thought you meant like he was around power lines.
Wasn't that Chris Christopherson that sang that song?
What?
Or was that Waylon and Willie and Chris?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I'm sorry.
I just thought you were basically alluding to he lived under power lines. So there's some stuff going on.
No.
Okay. All right. Man, marbles.
But that's the most obscure big boy toy I'm aware of.
Well, see, that's not really a big boy toy. If you think like big boy, like adult man collecting things, cars come to mind.
Yeah. Guns.
Guns. Some people maybe houses. If you have that kind of money, But marbles.
What? Houses.
But marbles, that's like a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
So this guy's got some.
There are things happening.
There's stuff. There's some real neat things going on there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm gonna dive on into that.
Yeah.
That's probably like a psychiatrist's wet dream, man. He's like, just begging. Someone's going to contact you. Somebody that's in the mental health profession will email you about this show.
Yeah.
And be like, I'm gonna need.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to know where this guy lives, a phone number, email. Yeah. He doesn't have a computer, but.
He's got.
Oh, yeah, he does. He's got to sell $25,000 worth of marbles. So.
To other people who would buy a $25,000 marble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to take a little max break.
Do you collect anything yourself?
I do. I was gonna say no, but I actually do. I duck hunt.
Yeah.
So I collect. Every year they come out with a state and federal stamp. They have a contest, and these really good artists will depict whatever duck they're wanting to do that year.
Really?
And whoever wins then gets it's a national stamp made up. You have to purchase them to hunt legally. So I collect those. I started collecting when I started duck hunting. That's the only thing I collect, though, that I can think of right now. Other than that, I just don't have the...
Wait, I may have missed something there. You have to own one of these stamps to hunt?
Legally, yes. Because here's why.
Yeah.
Like for certain stuff you hunt and kill that can wander onto your property, if you're a property owner,
yeah,
you can hunt it without a license because it's on your property.
Like Amish kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most dangerous game. Because they're going to shoot back. They have guns. Don't let anybody tell you different. No, but you still have to tag it, though. So, like, let's say if, for instance, example, a deer wanders onto your property. You live out in the country, so you shoot and kill it.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a license to do it because you're at your house. But you still have to tag it so the state knows that you killed a deer.
Mm.
Okay.
And they won't process it. My little Amish won't process it without a tag, right?
No, you got enough money, he'll do it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure he will. Because he's just going to say it now. That guy never showed up. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Prove it.
There's some of that.
For sure there is.
Yeah.
But for everybody else, especially for like waterfowl birds that can fly, the thing that sucks about that is not only do you have to have a state stamp that says you can hunt within the state that you're in.
Yeah.
But since birds are migratory and they can fly wherever they want to, all over the federal United States, then the federal government says, you got to give us a cut too, because they're protected under the federal guidelines. So, yeah, it sucks. But the stamps look cool.
Follow the money.
Illuminati.
Mm-hmm. Comes right back to that, doesn't it? Every time.
It always does. Dude, yeah, if you follow the money trail, you find a conspiracy.
Yeah.
We're sniffing around one right now. I'm not going to delve into it, Amish, but we'll get to that in another episode, maybe later in this show. I don't know. I don't know if I have time to fully delve into the Amish culture. They tried to on mainstream media.
Yeah.
With the Mafia, the Amish Mafia show, which was all fake.
It was horseshit, yeah.
I know the real Amish.
Me too.
I know you're living. You're like an undercover agent out here, man. You're like Serpico. You're just waiting.
Serpico of the Amish.
Hey, man.
That's good.
They don't know.
The only thing I think I've ever collected was, and not really a collection per se, but guitars.
Yeah.
Always like that. I've had always kept, 5 or more.
Yeah.
But I used to have the really super high quality things, and then I had babies.
Yeah. And then pretty much, I'm starting to learn when you have children, everything else that you wanted to have, you got to sell all that because you got to pay for that kid.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. Here's the way to look at that. Take the healthy view. You had your shot, okay?
Mm-hmm. Huh?
You're bumping up against 30. You're not a rock star yet, all right? And you're getting ready to have a kid. It's that kid's turn now. It's not you had your shot. Now it's all about her.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still got a shot.
Really?
I still got a chance.
You're gonna be a rock star.
I feel like American Idol. I'm knocking right on the door. I mean, I've not made it out of the prelims yet, but I'll get there.
Really?
One of these days, I'm taking vocal lessons.
Really? Could you even the slightest of demonstration?
Okay.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Here it goes. Well, no, you know what? I don't have anything prepared. Do you have a song that you'd like to hear?
Yes, I do.
Go with it. Well, it's got to be a common one. Don't give me some obscure ass Stevie Ray Vaughan song that I don't know.
Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Like a river, yeah.
Forgive me for
snippet.
doubting. Wow.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Bee
I would
Gees
buy that
My
ticket
Ass.
today. I would buy that ticket today.
And you didn't even hear that accompanied with my keytar.
No, I'm
Because
sorry.
I'm bringing that back. You know, because I've always been impressed. I've always been impressed by the one-man bands, you know, the guys on the little tricycles or the unicycles that can play the drums and he's hitting the accordion.
He's not on a unicycle, though.
The good ones are. Yeah.
No, I saw one of those guys. I really did when we were on like the Santa Monica Pier or somewhere, but I've never been to California, so it must have been somewhere else. But he had he was wearing just socks and he had a hole. He had a hole in his big toe. His big toe. He was playing the bass with his big toe. It was laying down in front of him, and he was playing the bass with like his right big toe was the picker, okay, and he was fretting with his other big toe. All right, and then on his knees he had your cymbals.
Oh yeah,
on the knees.
Ting ting. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. And I think he had something going with his elbows too, but I don't know what because he was flapping his wings.
Accordions.
No, he did. Yeah, he played one of those.
I'm sure
he had one of those. But on the side of the accordion was like a banjo, and he would just reach over everyone, bing, ding, 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 while he was on the accordion, and he would do that. Yeah.
Truly
and he
talented.
had the mouth harp.
Oh yeah, the harmonica.
The harmonica there.
Boom.
Yeah, strapped on too. He was a
legit.
Yeah, he was
legit.
Open for business.
Yeah, not Dave Matthews crap. That's a real musician right there. Yeah. Musician.
Yeah.
There's a market.
He pulled a rabbit out
somewhere.
Yeah,
clearly. Yeah. A magical musician. There you go. That's maybe what I'll start up. After this fails, this podcast, that's what I'll delve into.
All right, so next week?
No, I'll give it to the end of the year.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You got a valiant effort, you know what I mean?
Yeah. People want to see more of the segments or hear more segments.
We're working on
that. Hear us do.
Well, today...
We keep telling them we're working on stuff.
No, well, yeah. It's called a tease.
Oh.
That's how you keep them just hanging on long enough. Where they're like, these assholes aren't going to do anything different, but then you hit them with that tease, and they're like, but maybe. Let me tune in next episode, and I'll find out. It's like that guy, that relationship where the guy's an asshole all the time, and the chick's out she's like, I can change him.
Yeah.
But he never does. That's us.
Yeah.
No, I mean, but today's episode was more of a kind of off the cuff, if you will.
Yeah, it was. It was a little unexpected.
It was an impromptu. Hey, this is not a normal recording day for us.
It is not. No. It's dark in the studio.
Mm-hmm. My pants are off. Most people know that though. Now, if they've listened to enough episodes, they know that I don't like to be restricted by clothes.
Encumbered.
We got into that a little bit.
Word you used,
before, but yeah. It's restrictive. You know, because I like to be free. I enjoy it.
Well, speaking of freedom. Let's let freedom ring and take a little break and let the sponsors write those checks.
Write that freedom all over this.
We'll be right back. Hi, this is Jim from the B Team Podcast. You can't open a newspaper, turn on a computer, or stand near a water cooler without hearing about another senseless act of violence in a public place. We're at a time when top law enforcement professionals are telling private citizens to arm themselves and to not only say something if they see something, but to take action if called upon. I've been carrying concealed for many years. I've chosen the tool which best fits me. I've invested in the proper training to make me proficient with that tool, and I've developed the mindset to ensure the safety of me and my family. The B Team is proud to announce our partnership with Hero Holsters. I've met with the owner, Brandon Moore, and have reviewed his line of durable, comfortable, and most importantly, functional holsters. The team at Hero Holsters realized that outside of training, your tool of choice is holstered 99.9% of the time. Needless to say, comfort is paramount. All of their scabbards are 0.08 of an inch thick, so they won't collapse after you've drawn. This means there's no fighting with your clothes when it's time to reholster. They're equipped with spring steel belt clips. These clips are the best in the industry and ensure that once you have the holster on, it stays on. I encourage you to go to their website, learn a little more about Brandon and the great products available at Hero Holsters. HeroHolsters.com. Be a victor, not a victim.
And we're back.
Talking about the big boy toys.
Yeah.
That's it. So I collected guitars. You collect duck stamps.
It sounds like I am razor thin to be in the marble, dude.
Yeah.
I don't like pants as it is. I don't own a tan robe yet.
No.
But it's coming. I can see it. It's in the near future. But I have a question, man, because this has always intrigued me. You know, like if you get into anything, if you get into any kind of collecting of anything or any hobby, there's always like the entry level stuff, always. Mm-hmm. And then there's the next level, which always seems to go from like, okay, it's a little expensive, but I can swing it to, I'm going to have to cut off a nut to buy it.
That's where they get you.
So like I talked to another buddy of mine who dabbles in guitar, which I didn't know you were as talented as you were before we started the show.
Well, thank you.
Strumming, if you will.
That's kind of, and what you're speaking of, and I guess I'll have to beat my own horn on this one. All the bumper music that the people hear and all that. That's
all Jimmy.
Yeah,
that's all Jimbo.
Me playing with my stringed
instrument, not anything else. Okay. He retired the skin flute a long time ago.
But thanks for letting me get a little plug in for myself.
No problem. No problem. Maybe you still might get that record deal yet. Yeah. Who knows?
No, I told you my time came and went. I'm not going to be a rock star.
You're my rock star.
Oh.
Anyway.
You are the wind beneath my wing. All right.
Yeah, we should start a band.
I do not have your vocal talents, clearly.
But what's the most expensive guitar that you've ever personally owned? If you don't mind saying, anyway.
Probably $2,500.
Wow.
Yeah.
What kind was it?
It was a Fender.
Yeah. That's a what? That and Gibson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are the two biggies?
Mm-hmm.
So I've been told.
Yeah.
Now, what per se makes a difference between, let's say, a guitar that expensive and like a $200 or $300 guitar?
Well, that's a really good question. It does have. There's the quality of materials. Okay. There's the type of wood. You know, you have koa wood, which is going to cost you some money, or you have balsa, which is going to cost you nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like pine and all that sort of thing. It all depends on how the neck is constructed, how it's fastened on to the body, the pickups, the style and type of pickups you have. Are they wound with gold inside? Yeah.
What?
These frets here are sometimes these are gold inlaid. Sometimes these inlays are real pearl inlays.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, so you can get ridiculous with a guitar. The nuts up there on the head of the guitar, the tuners, as people call them, they I mean, there's all different quality of those.
Like material, like titanium.
Yeah. There's lots of. I mean, some will keep a guitar absolutely in tune. Even somebody. I mean, Stevie Ray is said to have had like the strongest hands of any guitar player ever. I mean, he could.
Really?
Yeah, because he used extra thick strings, super thick for that low end, for that big boom on the low end for the blues. And so he, for him to be able to make a bend like he is right here in this poster that we're looking at that the listeners can't see, that takes some hand strength quite a bit.
I don't know.
And he did that. I mean, he was constantly bending those. But his guitar would stay in tune because he has, quality tuners on there. Yeah, that would hold,
I'm learning so much right now.
Not like the little plastic ones you're going to get on your
the
starter
cheaper
kits.
Ones. Okay, yeah, okay.
But still, I mean, I can still, again, toot my own horn. This is about me. Jimmy's ego show is what this is going to be called. But, I can take a $10 garage sale guitar, tune it up, put new strings on it, tune it up, and make it sound good. As long as it'll hold tune, even for just a couple minutes, I can play something. Yeah. So crazy. It all depends on what you're looking for. Most people will buy professional equipment, and it's like anything else. I'm sure it's the same with guns, with fishing, with everything. They'll buy professional equipment, and they're nowhere near professional.
Yeah.
That's how my collection started, I'll be perfectly honest. I thought I would read those magazines, those guitar magazines. If you're doing that, toss those in the trash,
right.
And go by your own feel. What feels good to you? What sounds good to you? Don't let anybody else tell you what sounds good. You know what sounds good to you. And but I read those magazines and I thought I had to have all this top-notch gear, the expensive, crazy expensive amplifiers.
Yeah, man.
The guitar had to be, the certain pro level. Or this. It's baloney. Absolutely. I think now the most expensive guitar I own is probably worth less than $200.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're still getting after it up there burning, strumming away. Nobody can see that.
Oh, man. That was some good finger action, man.
Like that?
Yeah,
I'm a hell of an air guitarist.
Now, are you left-handed? Would you play, if I handed you a guitar, would you
You know what? I'm not naturally left-handed, but anytime that I would ever dabble in Guitar Hero, I went reverse mode lefty,
really?
which is weird. I think the reason why is because when you see a guitar player like a good one play, they're really active with their left hand because that's where they're hitting all their chords and everything that they need to hit. So me, I'm like, let me flip that because I don't have the same type of dexterity in my left hand. So I'm like, if it's going to be a lot of action, might as well use my dominant hand and I can strum with the left because that's not, to me, maybe I've never played guitar other than the aforementioned Guitar Hero, which I shredded on medium level, by the way. That's where you had to use 4 of the 5 buttons.
Really? No, what are the levels? I've never played.
Easy.
Okay.
Medium.
Okay.
And then hard. I think.
Okay.
Oh, and then expert, I think, after that, I think. I've only played it a few times.
Well, I'm making notes. I need to know. Is it hard or is it expert?
I don't know. Gun to my head, I'm going to say expert's the toughest.
Okay. All right.
You want to go buy this game and play it now, don't you?
It's written down. Is not.
I've heard, though, that that actual musicians would play it and they would get frustrated a little bit because it's different. That's not,
It's nowhere near playing a real guitar.
You just hit the buttons up here. This is where there's no movement on the actual neck of the guitar. It's just how many of the buttons can you hit. Now there's some transfer from the 4th button to the 5th button, but that's about it.
Man, oh man.
We got to have a Guitar Hero tournament.
Yeah. No, we don't.
Yeah.
Nope, because I have testicles. So
and a life.
We're not going to do
that. Well, clearly you're scared that I'll win.
Please.
Well, I know I'll win because I don't think you've ever played a video game in your life.
Oh, that's one thing. If any of my Facebook community who went to school with me knows me, they could come on here. They could vouch right now, because that's back in the day. We had the game rooms. We had the place you'd go and just
arcades.
Feed these these things quarters all day. Never played a game. Never, not once in my entire
Never Pac-Man. Nope.
Never in my entire junior high school career. I was there a lot because that's where the ladies were.
Mm-hmm.
I was there there were 2 ladies.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what kind of ladies are hanging out at an arcade, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. Normally, anyway. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it.
No.
I'm going to offend somebody.
Yeah.
But I know.
80s.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
my people.
What?
That's my people from the 80s. I'm taking ownership of the 80s, man.
I was born in the 80s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, what happened?
I blacked out.
You did. Your eyes glazed over, rolled back in your head.
I was thinking of my birth. I remember it distinctly.
No, you do not.
It was much like a game. There's a lot of peril involved. Most people don't remember it because they're too young. You weren't there. I was.
No, yeah.
I mean, you went through it, sure, but yourself.
Yeah. I don't.
How bad do you want to punch me?
How perceptive are you?
I'm pretty
right now?
sharp.
Yeah.
I'm picking up on the undertones.
No, the first thing I remember, and this is going way off track of big boy toys. I know Bill G's ripping his hair out right now because we're all over the place, and that's his biggest pet peeve.
Well, he's got some conspiracies to wrap up, knock out.
He does.
We're going to have him back on.
Working on those. We are. He needs to be working on those. Yeah, because we haven't even delved into his sports knowledge and guns. That's right in his wheelhouse too. He used to be a collector.
Ooh,
collector of the finer instruments too. The good stuff.
There's big money in gun collection. Huge money if you get some good stuff. Like Civil War era stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Lots of money. Like guitars. Like anything.
I derailed myself.
Yeah, what were you talking about? You're going to say something.
Yep.
You don't remember
Completely
what it was.
Completely derailed.
Well, you were looking at the guitars.
Yeah.
So I figured it was going to be something in that vein, but maybe not.
No.
No, yeah, because it wasn't even about collections.
No.
We'll get back to you. It'll come to you. And
sure
then you can just interrupt me.
Sure it will.
All you need to do, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm burping from the Pepsi Max, which is delicious. The burp even tastes good. It's insane. But yeah, just interrupt me at any point in time if it comes back to you.
Thank you.
Because that's how we run this show. It's ADHD all day, every day. So anything shiny that we see, we're just gonna take the show there.
Now I'm gonna blame Bill because he popped into my head while I was telling that story.
But he's a collectionist. We should have had him on.
A collectionist.
You like that?
Yeah.
TM. I'm gonna trademark that right now. I don't even know if that's somebody already has it trademarked, but anyway, yeah, we should have him on the show, man. You could have talked about it. Because I would, if I had the money, I might consider collecting guns. But even then, I'm more of a person who would use them, so I don't need them for a collection per se. I'm gonna give me the best thing I can buy for use.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It needs to be durable enough because I'm gonna beat it up. I'm gonna use it every day.
Absolutely. I'm right there with you. I'm tracking right with you because to me it's a tool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You take care of it like a tool. You train with it. You learn how to use it right.
Yeah.
And that's the one you stick with. I don't understand a guy, and there's lots of them out there, nothing against you. Man, that Pepsi Max really is working on me.
It always does. She's a fickle bitch.
There's the guys out there who will carry, a different gun every time they go out. And I can't imagine that. Yeah.
And I think even most instructors won't do that. They'll train with other guns because if you're going to instruct somebody, you need to know a lot of different weapon systems.
Sure.
But if you ask them personally, they'll be like, there's either like one or two guns that they carry.
Oh, yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Or they'll have as their defense gun or whatever. They won't carry like 5 different ones. It just depends on what day it is, Mm-hmm.
Become proficient with it.
Right.
And that's it. That's your tool. That's the one you keep. Yeah, that's the one. I have one. I only have one, and I'll have that one forever, as far as I know, unless something breaks on it.
Yeah, so you get it fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was you can have more than one, but yeah, you only need one.
Yeah.
Especially if you take care of it and you maintain it, you'd be good to go.
Well, protection stuff. I mean,
Yes,
but you do other things.
Yeah.
Duck hunting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Trap shooting.
I've not trapped, shot anything, but I would.
Mm-hmm.
I would, but I only have right now. I only have 2 firearms. Like I said, I got that baby coming, so I don't have a lot of disposable income at the moment. Yep. But anyway, it's like it's all connected.
It is.
It's like it's guitars, guns, stamps. What would be crazy to me, and I'm sure it exists, is like a stamp that is worth, $25,000.
Sure.
For instance.
Oh, I think 25,000 would be on the low side of
probably
in the stamp world. Yeah,
that's insane. That a piece of paper like that had some glue on it could be worth.
I know
that much money.
Yeah, and somebody stood in their kitchen, licked that thing, didn't give it a second thought, put it on some paper, threw it. The postman carried it around and delivered it, and however many years later, it's worth. Yeah,
some obscene amount of money, and you're like, dude, if I'd have just hung on to this for a little bit, I'd be swimming in some dough.
Do you know what I have?
What you got? Well. If you've got something secretive, I don't know if you should mention it. Maybe somebody will come looking for it. You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
Okay. But tell them anyway, because now I want to know.
All right.
You've intrigued me.
I have Hitler's mustache.
What?
Yep.
The whole thing?
I'm not saying that.
Okay. Well, all right. That's fair enough. Let me ask you this though, because I'm intrigued. I've got questions. Mm-hmm. Was somebody able to take like the first layer of skin with it so it's intact, or is it just like shaved, like you just found a razor and tapped it into a little box?
Let me put it this way.
Okay.
In the end, not only did he suffer with a big gaping hole in his head, gingivitis. That's all I'll say about that, and then I'd like to move on.
There's some dermis attached to that hair.
Dermis.
Is what you're telling me.
Good use, man.
I'm not even a skin doctor.
No, you're not. You're not.
2 credits shy, though.
No, you're a skin flautist.
Yeah.
Correct?
Mm-hmm. I'm not to toot my own horn, as you did earlier.
Yeah, for a while.
But that's okay. Show. You know what? This show is about getting to know us. The show, we host it, and we like to talk about different things. But you know what? We're letting them in a little bit today. On what our lives are like.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Now, is it a nonstop circus party? Most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Strippers 24/7? Not so much. But the thing is, we're pretty boring.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
as far as a team, we're small, but we're slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely not in first place.
Please.
I mean, then the show would be named the A team at least.
Yeah.
Maybe A+.
Yeah. For a while until we got that cease and desist letter from Hannibal Lecter. No, wait. What was this?
No, you're right. Hannibal Lecter.
No.
Hanna-Barbera?
Hannibal. From the A team. What's his name?
I thought you were talking about the drummer from Muppets.
No.
Hannibal?
Animal.
It's a silent H?
No.
All right. Listen, that was before my time. I'm not a huge Muppet guy.
You know what else is popular to collect?
What?
Lunch boxes.
Get the.
Now, what did you have?
Those metal ones?
Yeah. Did you have any of that? Did you come?
For like a half second, I think.
Yeah.
But normally it was just like what we did was either brown paper bags or grocery bags. Because they were readily available. You just throw some shit in there. You'd be good to go.
Yeah.
Tupperware. We had some of that. When we were real young, we had it was a plastic one. Though. It was not a collectible, level lunchbox.
Yeah.
If you did collect it, then you were just that loser kid.
I wish I would have. I'm saying now that I wish I would have collected those.
You had some sweet ones?
Oh, man. I had, Batman from the TV series.
Oh, yeah.
Batman. Mm-hmm. I had Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
My sister had one. I remember the character names, but the show escapes me. Buffy and Jody.
Vampire Slayer?
Nope. No. No, this is before
Buffy
all
and
that.
Jody sounds a bit risque.
No, no. They had Mr. French was their he was their like housekeeper guy. He was their butler.
Buffy.
They were
like
Family Affair, I think.
I don't know.
Was the name of the show. But
You're
my sister had
predating
that.
me.
My sister, yeah. My sister had that one. There was Addams Family. I remember.
Really?
Yeah, I think she had that one.
Dude, if you'd have hung on to that Batman one for sure, I bet that would have cleared some serious
because it was
coin.
steel.
Oh yeah,
They were steel
and lead.
Yeah, lead paint. I'm sure of
absolutely.
that. And it came with a thermos.
Oh
inside.
Yeah. Yes.
That was really nice.
Yeah,
too.
they did that for a little bit back in the day.
And they had glass. Those thermoses really had like glass inside. If you dropped one of those and took a big chug of your chalky milk, you might get some shards.
Chocolate strawberry is what's going to turn into. What you telling me?
Yeah,
that's crazy. They marketed that for kids.
Well, all thermoses were like that for a long time. All thermoses. You had to be really careful with a thermos back in the day.
Man, yeah, until they started making them out of all metal.
Oh, now you can punt the things.
Yeah. Hit them with a truck. Still good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that coffee nice and warm.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Was that Bob?
Yep, I hear Bob screaming.
Dude, that sounded like Tarzan.
Yeah. He's angry. He saw your car.
I know, man. Speaking of Bob, I saw this the other day, man. I thought of you immediately.
We are going to have to take a quick break before
Don't you cut me off mid-story.
I'm so sorry.
You
I'm
mother.
So
Beep.
We'll be back. 'Tis the season when we all seem to drain our bank accounts and hope to get financially caught up in the new year. Imagine having an extra $500 a month in your pocket. The great people at Gold Canyon want to make that dream a reality. Have you ever heard of Gold Canyon's famous home parties and book parties? No? Where have you been? You hate having extra money? Find out more by contacting Penny Fox today. She tells me that anyone who hosts a home party or book party with her will get a free medium candle. You have absolutely nothing to lose, and there's nobody trying to sell you something you don't want. So get on the website, look around at the fine products, read the testimonials, and decide for yourself. I know you're going to want Gold Canyon in your life. These people are a blast. Try it. You'll like it. Contact our favorite consultant, Penny Fox, at pennyfox.mygc.com. Gold Canyon. Friends, fragrance, and fun.
Dude, I thought of you immediately. I saw this product. Okay, I jotted down some notes. Not for Bob's sake, because I hate that motherfucker. But and I'm gonna.
If this is a weight loss product, I'm telling you right now, I will come across the studio.
No, why?
Hair color?
No. Your hair is gorgeous.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, the term silver gorilla has been thrown around several times.
There's silver?
Fox? You ever heard that term?
No.
That's for the ladies.
I'm salt and pepper at best. I'm not silver.
If you combine that
don't
and
look
from
at
a
it.
distance,
Don't
and from a distance, it's a silver hue. All right? It looks gray, right? You know, so that's in the sunlight.
It looks what?
Gray. Like grayed out.
Oh my God.
Dead.
Oh my God.
Anyway, let me get to my point first, then I'll make fun of how old you are.
Okay.
No, my wife, she was looking on, I think it was Facebook, and there's a lady. Her name is Nicola Congdon.
Nicola.
No. She's not Russian.
Okay.
She's from the UK. one of your favorite spots. Okay.
Yeah.
She makes, and then this I'm not making this up. This is, you can Google this and find it on the internet. She makes sweaters, or sweater vests, if you will, for chickens.
Oh my God.
Now, she calls them jumpers. Chicken jumpers.
I'm embarrassed right now that I'm not wearing pants because you're getting the full Monty over here, and I am. Yep. You better salute
I'm
that.
getting the full salute.
Wow.
You can hang a flag on that bad boy.
Wow. Oh, you could cut glass with that.
Here's the thing, okay? She doesn't do it for profit.
What do you know what a jumper is, though, right?
No.
Jumper is a sweater.
Yeah, so a sweater.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what she calls it.
Yeah.
That's the UK version of it, right?
Correct.
So anyway, she doesn't take any money for a profit. She's not looking to, I guess, make it a business. What she takes is donations to like an AIDS organization in Africa for kids. So it's kind of a nice thing, you know?
Well, yeah.
And but yeah, she makes sweaters for chickens.
Wait, I need to know more about the process for getting one, because I need 6 of them.
We'll just contact her. Okay, this is. I'll give you the full on email address.
Give everybody a second to grab a writing utensil.
Get your inkwell
Mm-hmm.
and your feather pen.
Yep.
Ting 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 ting. Tap that thing out. You don't want too much ink. Nicola. It's Nicola. All right. At Project Primrose, and Primrose is Primrose, projectprimrose.com. So Nicola at projectprimrose.com. Just send her an email, and then she can fashion you some chicken sweaters.
Can we see any of her work online? Do you know, or?
Well, yeah. If you Google it, like my wife did, like
Okay.
Maddie did, she Googled it, and there's a news story where she's somebody came to do a news story on her about the product because it's kind of a strange thing, you know,
Yeah.
and she has all of her chickens outfitted in these sweaters, and she's explaining she has them like she's folding them and stuff and everything else. And I was like, I'm gonna need to get some of those for Jimmy.
Oh yeah,
Keep those chickens warm. Not one for Bob. I'm getting you 5.
Yeah,
I'm not getting you 6.
He's got a smoking jacket.
Well, he's going to be smoking. Because that rotisserie gets
coming out of the roaster.
That's right.
Wow,
yeah,
that is interesting. But more about the donation thing. Do I? So
I don't know.
Instead of sending her money, okay, we'd have to go to her and find out exactly how it works. But if I make a donation to AIDS research or something like that,
I think it's a specific charity that she promotes. So
okay,
I'm imagining how it would go down is either you show her proof, email, receipt, something of the donation, and then you say, I want so many sweaters or whatever, and then she'll do them up for you.
I'm doing it. I'm telling you right now, I'm doing it.
I can't wait. And you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to reach out to her to see if she wanted to advertise on our show, because you have chickens. Now, I have a hatred, a passion for destroying Bob.
Yeah.
But the lady chickens I'm fine with.
It's a mission.
It is what do you call it? It's a vocation of mine. That's a little bit more serious than just a job or a career.
And if this is anyone's first time tuning in, which shame on you if it is.
Yeah.
It's all good. Shame on you.
Shut up and get out of here.
Cory hates Bob with a passion. Yes. Because allegedly
there's nothing alleged about it.
Bob killed Cory's best friend and confidant, Cinnamon.
The ladybug.
The ladybug.
Yeah. Wound is
but
still
it happened
fresh.
so fast. You should have seen it in here, folks. There was just feathers, and then there was a ladybug carcass. But everything happened so fast. Mm-hmm. I didn't see exactly what took place.
You saw exactly. You just want to stick up for your pet because you don't want them to hit the chopping block. That's all it is.
That's not entirely true.
No, I think it is.
I love my fried chicken. Clearly.
Well, yeah, but not when it comes from your rooster.
Yeah. Do you know that you don't have to have a rooster for your chickens to lay eggs?
I did know that.
Oh.
Because you know I'm an animal enthusiast.
Yeah, you are.
I like
but
the odd
I don't
facts.
get it. What is in there making the eggs?
I don't know. That's the weird part.
I thought they had to do the, shit that the I thought they
You would
had
assume.
Yeah, and then
Egg comes out.
she has
Naturally.
the baby, aka egg,
My
and then if she
breakfast.
sits on it for so long, and I found out I'm all wrong about that. I've thought that my entire life,
Yeah. So did
and
I.
now I'm completely wrong about it. You do not have to have a rooster in the bunch for them to lay eggs. You don't have to. But he protects them. Yeah, we get 5 eggs a day, every single day, solid as every single day. As a matter of fact, I'm sending you with some. Cause do you eat the egg?
I do.
Do you enjoy the egg?
I love the egg.
Yeah. What's your favorite?
I wish
egg?
I would have got to Bob sooner.
What's your favorite egg recipe?
Ooh, I like them scrambled.
Oh yeah,
but also in a
little
quiche,
ham.
a nice little quiche.
See, and that's exactly why you're not putting a stem on that apple, sir. Exactly.
Oh, that I like egg-based quiches with bacon sprinkled in? I'm sorry. Does that not make me a man?
Your cracking girly voice is what doesn't make you a man, sir.
I have a cold. Okay, it's flu season.
That's good.
It's hard
stuff.
to maintain this deep, virile voice
Yeah.
when the sickness is afoot.
I notice sometimes when I'm doing the editing that I don't sound like myself. I have a higher thing because I think I sound like this.
Like Batman?
Like all the time, yeah. Or
Batman.
Bane.
No.
A combo of Bane Batman thing.
Superman?
I think I've got that going all the time.
Mm-hmm.
A super sexy thing. But I don't. It's like high and...
Like a piercing noise.
Yeah, it really is.
Annoying. Now that you're mentioning it, it's like that glass shattering thing. Yeah. Starting to hate this whole thing. No, I've always thought that too, man. Because when you listen to yourself, it's different than when you hear yourself on recording. It always, for me, my perception of my voice is different, like you said. Like I think I sound a certain way, and then I hear it when I listen to the episodes, and I'm like, I sound like I've got Down syndrome.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, my regular talking voice, I do not have down. I'm not downsy in my regular speaking voice, but it's a lot different than my voice acting voice, I think. And I found out something else by listening to myself talk so much in my normal everyday talking voice is that I'm not that strong a voice actor. So there you go. You can find me on ACX in the talent section. Yeah.
If you need any books read or anything voiceover work, contact Jimmy.
I do it.
Send him a line.
No, I really I do okay there, believe it or not, but I sound a lot different with my regular voice. Yeah. I've beat that to death, so I'm done with that. Have I blown my horn about anything else? Can I talk about anything else?
Is that show.
I'm super strong.
You lift a lot. You've been likened to the Hulk several times.
Yep.
Mostly by small children and women, but
or Chris Farley. Mostly Farley.
Like an older, more distinguished.
What's
Chris
his name?
Farley.
Who did I tell you? Horatio Sands.
Oh, there's no doubt.
I get it all the time. But there was one time that I went to Denny's. I went to a Denny's.
Oh yeah.
Somewhere in America.
24/7.
Yeah. And I walked in, and the kid thought Horatio Sands was there.
You get a free meal?
He thought no. He just got super excited until I was like, "Dude, I'm not."
Oh, you should have kept that going. Yeah, that's where you fucked up.
And then he came up and he looked at me. He's like, "Oh no, yeah, you are older."
Oh, well, you deserve it for not playing along with it.
Yeah, so I kept him in my trunk for like 3 months
before you cut him up.
I'm not saying what happened.
Mm-hmm. Oh no,
we're within the 7 years.
Well,
there's
murder doesn't. The statute of limitations on that doesn't ever expire for murder.
Okay, I need to make a couple calls.
Yeah, that you're gonna want to start throwing the word allegedly around a lot, because that sort of washes all that out for you. For you,
I never did come up with the story I was telling before I got derailed. I'm sorry.
Well, it's probably because of the Alzheimer's.
Yeah, when I listen to this.
You'll
later, I'll be like, damn
you'll be sending out cuss words. I will.
I will.
Tweeting everybody like you sons of. You missed the best story I ever had locked and loaded. Then you'll write it down, but somehow that paper will disappear, and you'll forget about it all
No, but I
over
could
again.
tell by my tone of voice I thought I was teaching something. I don't think it was going to be a funny story because I went low and kind of serious and started talking like that. And that's when I think I'm teaching someone something.
That's kind of a teacher voice.
And it is.
It's more, you got to lean in.
You got
More engaging.
Yeah. Show me on the doll where he touched you.
See?
Yeah.
God, that was almost Neeson-esque, if you will.
I've got a certain set of skills.
We know.
Yeah.
We've seen it. And you talk about it. Farming skills.
A lot. I talk about it a lot.
Well, it's good, though. It's good to have self-confidence.
Do you want to bother telling people on this show how to contact us, or you just want to let it go one show?
Not on this
show. Just want to. We're just going to let it go, let it fly.
No, I'll do it.
Because we've had. Will you?
Well, yeah.
This show. Now, I'm going to tell people right now. This truly was a seat of your pants show. Not that the other ones were much different.
But there was no
structure. Outline. Yeah, there was an
nothing.
Outline. Yeah. Some of that was intentional, folks.
Yeah.
Some.
This show today was just
absolutely headphones on, mics to the lips. Let's talk.
Done and done.
Yeah.
Before I give them though contact information,
okay.
I want to drop them with a Stevie Ray fact of the day.
Stevie Ray fact of the day.
It's a shorty, but a goodie, much like Mr. Vaughn himself.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
I know, I'm a wordsmith.
Is that going to be the fact of the day? Because I know how tall
no,
he was.
I already gave that. I already gave that.
Oh.
His guitars sometimes had his initials on them. And that is your Stevie Ray.
He had one
of the day.
He had one.
The one in the poster. Yeah, you like that? Zero prep work and still got a Stevie Ray fact.
Stevie Ray, let me give you another Stevie Ray fact of the day. Sometimes he wore a hat and squinted and had sweat on his face when he was playing a guitar.
Whilst playing.
There it is.
And that's not really a Stevie. I'm not, because there's only one an episode, so I'm not going to count that. But we'll roll that into the next episode.
That was me making fun of your Stevie Ray fact.
Nobody got that. That didn't translate.
No. They thought we gave him two serious facts.
I think so. But anyway, how you can get a hold of us? Point19productions.com. It's the all-encompassing social media / website that's going to blow your mind. Okay? It's an interactive sexcapade, if you will. Or you can find our email, point19productions@gmail.com. Links to all the social media sites we have, Facebook, Twitter, which you should like, share, comment, subscribe to any of our YouTube channels, which we have one, so it shouldn't be that hard to click a button. Also, check us out on iTunes, SoundCloud, and, of course, Stitcher. This is where you can get the the podcast on your iPod, iPhone, whatever, and listen to it wherever you want while you're on the go. You don't have to sit around your computer to do it.
Nice. And you know what I forgot to do that I wanted to do today? I wanted to do an email, but it's only one email. It's not my usual series of 3, but there's one email, and I'm interested in your take on it because you're a little bit aware of this world. Okay? This one comes from either Lickzima or Likezima.
It's Lick.
Yeah.
Has to be.
And he or she wants to know what the hell happened to Ronda Rousey.
Woo! All I'm going to say about that is she done fucked up.
Did she really?
No,
Did she do something to mess up? What happened?
Well,
there?
yeah, she picked an opponent that was better than her at fighting.
That's it. That's the good enough answer for me, man. That's all I need. All I ask you to do is love somebody.